Hi everyone, it's Gina from Gina K Designs and welcome back to another 5-minute card video. Today I'm going to show you a beautiful pink and gray card that I created using some die cuts and ephemera. To begin, I wanted to create a grounding background, so I decided to use our brick wall stencil. Now, depending on the colors that you use for this, you can make this look like a brick wall or more like a cinder block wall. And that's kind of what I was going for today, because I'm going to be using some soft stone ink for this brick. So I'm just taping it to the back of the stencil, and then using a blending brush and some soft stone ink, I'm going to create that grounding area on my card panel. This card panel was cut with master layouts too, and that's why it has that decorative stitched edge. So as you can see, I'm starting heavy in the center and I'm working my way out toward the sides, toward the bottom, and toward the top, with the heaviest color being in the center. I really like using these kinds of stencils this way instead of doing the entire piece of cardstock. I feel like it actually looks a little more realistic when you do it this way. So once that's done, I'm going to pull that stencil off and you'll be able to see those bricks or cinder blocks. See how pretty they look? So for my next step, I cut some of our Foliage Fillers dies. Now I have lots of these cut already and I do them in lots of colors. In this case, I used soft stone cardstock to cut them, but I want them to be darker than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually ink them up with a little black Onyx ink. Now I could have cut these out directly from black cardstock, but it doesn't give you the same look. This gives you a lot of texture and some shading in there, and it really looks pretty because I'm going to mix this with some of our watercolor floral ephemera. And it makes them look a little more compatible than just cutting them out of a straight black or gray color. So you can see I'm just dusting that color on and see how it's getting caught up in the lines and the details of these die cut images. I really love the way that looks. They still look gray, but it really enhances the details. So 2 more little leaves here and then we'll be ready to assemble the card. This is actually really fun and relaxing to do. Alright, so I have all of my pieces for my card, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a layout first. I always like to lay things out the way I want them to be and then add my greeting before I tape anything down. And the reason for that is, depending on your greeting, you may need a little bit more space, you may need a little less space, and it may look funny, so you have to fill it in a little bit more with some more die cut images. And this allows you to preview it with the greeting on there before you commit to gluing everything down. The greeting I've chosen is from the Flowing Floral stamp set, and I love this set. I love the greetings in this set because they're so classic. They go with any style card. And now I'm going to glue everything down. I'm actually going to use the Gina K Designs adhesive dot runner. And I'm only going to apply the tape to the bottom of each of these pieces of foliage. Now there is one here that I didn't like the way it was laying, so I actually taped the front of the leaf down, and that's this one. So you can see how I do this. I'm tucking it under the flower here, and I felt like that bottom part of the branch was going to get caught on the envelope, so I just added a little tape under there and popped it down. And then something happened to my camera here and it just shut off, so I had to finish on another take. So now I'm going to add the leaves. And I like to do these leaves together. I like to kind of align them up in my hand the way I want them to look. And then I'm slipping them right under that flower. Now for the flowers, to give this card a little more dimension, I'm going to use some of the Gina K Designs black foam squares. You can use white foam tape, you can use anything you want here if you want a little bit of extra lift, or you can tape them right down onto the foliage. So I'm going to overlap them a little bit to make it look a little bit more realistic. And that is a very clean and simple card with pinks and grays as the focal tones. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's 5-minute card video, and I hope you'll give this technique a try. Stay tuned to my channel for more 5-minute card videos and more Stampin' Chat live videos too. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon.